Imagine this. It's 2016. You're inside Wembley Arena in London. 90,000 people are in this woman's network worldwide. The arena is packed. And then she arrives. Not from the wings. Not from backstage. She descends from the ceiling in a helicopter. She's wearing a floor-length red evening gown. She steps onto the stage and the crowd goes absolutely insane. She walks to the microphone. And she says with complete confidence, in 2 years, nobody will talk about Bitcoin anymore. The crowd erupts. Her name was Dr. Ruja Ignatova. She had a PhD from Oxford. She spoke 5 languages. She ran a company with offices across 3 continents, and she'd convinced millions of people that she had built the next Bitcoin, except she hadn't, because OneCoin, the cryptocurrency she was selling, was never real. There was no blockchain. There was no public ledger. The coins existed only in a private database that she controlled completely. And by the time the world figured that out, Ruja was gone. 3.5 million victims. Over $4 billion. And the FBI still can't find her. This is episode 2 of the Fraud Files. This is the story of the Crypto Queen. To understand how Ruja pulled this off, you have to understand who she was, or at least who she appeared to be. Born in Bulgaria in 1980. Family moves to Germany when she's 10. She excels in school, studies law in Germany, earns a PhD. Then, and this part is real, she actually does study at Oxford. By her early 30s, she's presenting at conferences, advising on financial regulation, and running a company. She is, by every visible measure, the real deal. In 2014, she launches OneCoin with a co-founder named Sebastian Greenwood, a Swedish network marketer with a long history of multi-level marketing schemes. The pitch is elegant in its simplicity. Bitcoin was created by anonymous hackers. We are a team of credentialed professionals. We are building the next generation to cryptocurrency, but this time with a real company behind it, with accountability, with education. And the structure? You don't just buy coins, you buy educational packages. The entry-level package is 140 euros. The top-tier package is 118,000 euros. Each package gives you educational materials and a certain number of OneCoin tokens. You earn bonuses by recruiting others to buy packages. It's a classic MLM structure, but wrapped in the language of finance, blockchain, and the promise that you were getting in early, just like the people who bought Bitcoin at $1. Now here's where it gets interesting, because OneCoin had a fatal flaw from day one, and anyone with technical knowledge could spot it. Real cryptocurrencies run on public blockchains. That means that anyone can look up any transaction and verify any balance at any time. It's transparent by design. OneCoin, private database, fully controlled by Ruja's company. She claimed to have a blockchain. She was never able to show it to anyone. Crypto experts were raising red flags as early as 2015. Regulators in India, China, Germany, Italy, and Bulgaria issued warnings. The European Securities and Markets Authority flagged it. But here's the thing about fraud. Warnings don't stop people who want to believe. The OneCoin network worked because it was built on communities, migrant communities in Uganda, Vietnam, Germany, churches in Uganda, social networks in India and Pakistan. The distributors, called promoters, were deeply trusted within their circles. When someone you trust tells you this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, you don't always stop to verify the blockchain. By 2016, OneCoin was operating in 175 countries. The company was processing $30 million in transactions per month, and Ruja was living like royalty. Properties in London, Bulgaria, Dubai, private jets, yachts. She threw a party for her 40th birthday that reportedly cost over €1 million. She was untouchable, until she wasn't. In 2017, the FBI opened an investigation. Law enforcement in multiple countries started coordinating, wiretaps, financial surveillance, cooperating witnesses, and somewhere, according to investigators, Ruja found out. On October 25, 2017, Ruja Ignatova boarded a commercial flight from Sofia, Bulgaria to Athens, Greece. She had her laptop with her, a handbag, light luggage. She landed in Athens, and then she vanished. No more public appearances, no more stage entrances, no messages to her team, nothing. Her inner circle didn't even know what had happened at first. Meetings were canceled. Emails went unanswered. The person who stepped in to run the company in her absence, her brother, Konstantin Ignatov. For the next 2 years, Konstantin ran OneCoin. He traveled to events. He gave speeches. He told investors that Ruja was working behind the scenes on the next phase. He was lying. He had no idea where she was. Then in March 2019, Constantine was arrested at Los Angeles International Airport. He had a carry-on bag, cash, evidence. He was charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and faced with the possibility of 90 years in prison, he cooperated. What Constantine told investigators painted a devastating picture. OneCoin had no real blockchain. The coin's price was set manually by Ruja and her team. Investors had no way to actually exchange their coins for real money. The entire thing was, in the words of the Department of Justice, a fraudulent scheme to enrich its founders. Sebastian Greenwood, the co-founder, was arrested in Thailand in 2018. In 2023, he was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison. A New York lawyer named Mark Scott had helped launder $400 million in OneCoin proceeds through a series of fake investment funds. He was sentenced to 10 years in 2023. The money touched banks in 20 countries. Some went to Dubai, some to Russia, some through shell companies in the Caribbean. The victims? 3.5 million of them. In some cases, entire villages in developing countries had invested their savings. A couple in Uganda sold their home. A man in Norway lost his life savings. Families in Vietnam, Indonesia, Germany destroyed. The total estimated loss, conservatively $4 billion. Some estimates put it as high as $25 billion when you account for the tokens that investors thought they had. And Ruja? Still missing. In June 2022, the FBI added Ruja Ignatova to their 10 most wanted fugitives list. They are offering $250,000 for information, leading to her capture. Theories about her location range from Dubai to Moscow to a yacht somewhere in the Mediterranean. There are reports she underwent plastic surgery. There are claims she has aliases, new identities, new faces. Investigators believe she may have had help, powerful, well-connected help, in disappearing. As of today, nobody's been arrested for helping her escape. Nobody knows for certain where she is. 3.5 million victims, $4 billion, and the FBI still can't find her. If you or anyone you know has information about Ruja Ignatova's whereabouts, tips.fbi.gov. For the rest of you, subscribe, because next week we're covering another case you won't believe actually happened. Real cases, real victims, real consequences. I'll see you in the next one. If you found this story as disturbing as I did, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment telling me which fraud case you want me to investigate next. Every like and every comment helps this channel expose more of these stories.